Marissa, Mazel Tov. I am excited and delighted, so happy to be here amongst our beautiful family. And you are a superstar. May you always grow through your love of Torah and Judaism. And I happen to love you from the top of your head to the tip of your toes and every inch in between. Congratulations.
Right. Marissa, just want to say congratulations. I love you, and I'm so proud of you. Congratulations, Mazel Tov. Mazel Tov in your bat mitzvah.
Hi, Marissa. It's Mom. I love you so much. You did an amazing job today. I hope you're having fun out playing with all your friends. I love you. Enjoy. This is all for you. I hope you remember this later in life, and just enjoy. I love you. You're so special. Congratulations, Mazel Tov.
Mazel Tov, Marissa.
Mazel Tov, Marissa. Hope you have a great new year, and I can't wait to see you at camp.
Mazel Tov, Marissa. I hope you had a great time.
Mazel Tov, Marissa. I'm so excited to stay with you for a month again at camp.
Mazel Tov.
You're gonna do so great. We're so excited for you.
Your Torah portion is
Mazel Tov. You're gonna be amazing.
proud of you.
Do it.
Hi, Marissa. We are so proud of you. We love you very much. You did so good tonight, and we know tomorrow's going to be just great. We are so proud of you. Love you, honey.
Hi, Marissa. We're just wishing you a wonderful, loving Mazel Tov, both me and Marshall.
Hello.
And we are so happy to be sharing this wonderful occasion with you. And it was very nice that you planned this with your grandmother's birthday. Very perfect.
Yes, we are happy.
We love you. Mazel Tov.
Hi, Marissa. This is Aunt Shyla wishing you the very best of everything. You look beautiful tonight. We mazel tov on your bat mitzvah, and I'm just thrilled to be here to celebrate with you, as is your Aunt Judy. And here she is. Hi, this is Judy and Mickey, and we're so pleased to be here. You did a wonderful job. We're looking forward to tomorrow. And again, thank you for doing it on your grandmother's birthday so we could have a double celebration. Love you and thank you. Bye-bye.
So Mazel Tov, congratulations to my beautiful little mousy daughter. I think I spoke a lot earlier today, so you probably don't need to hear any more, but you know how proud I am of you. And I can't wait until you punch me in my right arm again. It's so exciting. I love you. I'm so proud of you. Can't imagine not having you around. And next year, when Justin goes off to college, oh boy. It's just you and me, baby. Love you. Thank you so much. You did awesome. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot more great, wonderful things to come. Love you. Bye.
Hey, Marissa, we're so proud of you to see you grow up through the years. So congratulations, Mazel Tov, and the very best in the future.
I just want to say welcome to everybody. We're glad you're here for a very special occasion. Marissa, where are you? Very, very important time.
Yes.
And it's a good day. It's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
And want to welcome all of you. Want to say we're glad that you are here. And I want to take a moment just to say that we are sorry about Dan, Shirley, and Bob. Those are important people to all of us, and to especially to the family here. And we are sorry they're not here, but we know the spirit that they would have for everything here. And now on to really important things. We have a few traditions that the Barrett's family has had, and one of them is a tallis bag made by me for the important person today. The tradition is to make it for all the grandchildren, and that's been done this is the baby of the grandchildren. And there are other little ones that you will see, I think, tomorrow at some point.
Not yet.
Not quite yet. They haven't picked them out. Neither Austin nor Natalie have come with me to pick out what they want, so we'll do that another time. But we also have the yad that you will use for reading the Torah that we got in Toledo, Spain, and that was an important part of a trip that Bob and I took, and he saw it and didn't buy it immediately, went back to the town that we had seen it in and got it, and now we have it here for Marissa to use tomorrow. So that will take my part.
I get to play the role of the uncle of my niece. And we're so very, 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 very proud of you and all that you have accomplished and all pressurizing that you will accomplish whatever that may be. Thank you for mentioning those who are not able to be here with us, but they are definitely here with us in spirit. So thank you for, let's see where she went, but thank you very much for sharing that. And we know that they are here with you, grandparents, grandpa, and all those who've come before us. Thank you for the idea with your yad. We've added, and I saw Marissa explaining to the rabbi today. She did a wonderful job because I saw you use your hand gestures, and he explained as you were explaining to him up there. Each of the Dan and Shirley's grandkids are etched in when they have their mitzvah. Their names, the date in both Hebrew, the Hebrew year and the English year, calendar year. And Marissa is the last of the B'nai Mitzvah from this generation. So we are looking for the next set of mitzvot. So those of you who are older and may be ready for a wedding at some point, no pressure. Marissa may be the first. I'm looking at Max and Benjamin because they're a little old. But whatever mitzvot come down the road, we look forward to adding it to the cup. Mazel tov. Thank you.
Tallis. Although we are now have a new Tallis bag.
Yeah.
Multiple. Okay, so I'll explain this one. My parents bought a Tallis for Benjamin for his bar mitzvah from Israel, and through relatives, they were able to buy one through buy a Tallis for Justin, who is not here for his bar mitzvah, and of course they have both passed, and my parents, that is, and they had left a little money for Marissa to get a Tallis, and you want to check it out?
Oh.
From Israel,
Right.
that Marissa actually was able to pick out. He said, "This is what we can get," and we searched and searched and searched, and then we got a little bit better one. So, and here it is. Yes, you picked it out,
I did.
and you'll be wearing it tomorrow.
I will.
Yes.
And every Shabbos thereafter.
That you attend, yes. So, thank you.
Mazel tov, Marissa. You did really good this morning.
Mazel tov, Marissa. I can't wait to make more fun memories at sleeping camp with you.
Mazel tov, Marissa. You did amazing. Can't wait for camp.
Mazel tov, Marissa. I can't wait to spend another month with you. I can't.
Mazel tov, Marissa. We love you.
Mazel tov, Marissa. It was a beautiful ceremony.
Mazel tov, Marissa. It was a fantastic experience. Good luck in your futures.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov, Marissa.
Mazel tov, Yeshua.
Door by door, we're very proud of who you are, what you've done, have done, and what you're going to do.
What he said. Congrats, Marissa.
Ditto.
Good job
Mazel
today,
tov.
kiddo.
Hey, Marissa, it was so great to be a part of your day today and watch you grow up to the beautiful young lady you are. We're so happy for you. Congratulations. Can't wait to see what's next. Mazel tov.
Thank you so much, all of you, for coming, taking time out of your lives and your weekend and everything else that you have going on to come be here and support Marissa and support our family and share this very special day with us. As Marissa was preparing for today, we talked about how the day would go, and I said to her, when it's time for the brunch, Robert and I are going to say a few words, and as a typical almost 13-year-old, she says, "Please, Mom, whatever you do, do not embarrass me." So I promised her that I would not tell the story of how she would take this brown blanket that we have at our house and get rolled up in it super tight and look like a Chipotle burrito. So I'm not even going to mention it, babe. Don't worry about it. But I will tell a little story, a very quick one, just one, of before Marissa was even ever born. And we went to the doctor's appointment and they said, "Oh, it's a girl." And I was like, "You have got to be kidding me." As we all know, Marissa has 2 older brothers. We were very much a boy family. We were all about soccer and t-ball and basketball and baseball, and everything in the house was blue and red, and there were soccer balls everywhere. And I'm like, I don't know what to do with a girl. I'm not fashion, I'm not pink, I don't do girls. What am I gonna do? And I went home that night, and I still remember sitting on the floor of the boys' room as I was reading them a bedtime story, and the tears started coming down. And they were not exactly happy tears. But Marissa knows this, so it's okay. I'm not, I wasn't really, really thrilled. I had visions of, when we were having the 3rd kid, and like, oh my God, what were we thinking? I had visions of doing the My 3 Sons toe tap from that TV show, if those of you who might remember who are my age or older. Then, though, the pregnancy went on, and Marissa finally was born. And she was born late at night one night, and so the next day is when everybody came, and, Rob brought the boys by, and my parents came, and the aunts and uncles and friends, and everybody came to see the new baby. And it was very hectic and exciting and trying to figure out how it all worked. But the day after that, I was still in the hospital, and nobody came. And that is still one of the best days of my life, to be honest with you. Rob didn't bring the boys by. They probably had soccer practice or something after school, and my parents didn't come by, no friends. And it was just me and Marissa alone, laying in bed, taking naps, eating, watching Friends reruns. And I'm like, all right, let's just get to know each other. Let's figure this out. And I think we're going to be okay. That's when I first started realizing it might be okay to have a girl. Well, ever since then, if I found my place here, ever since then, we have grown together. And over the years, we've been through very many soccer teams and a few chess tournaments, at least 3 or 4 Elsa dresses, a weekly tradition of watching and discussing Kara and Nate videos, because we love Kara and Nate and all the travel videos on YouTube. If you don't know them, please ask, because we will definitely tell you about them. About a year of her growing out her hair and then cutting it all off to give it to children without hair, or children with hair loss, I guess it is. Learning how to make candy pretzels during quarantine. A big disagreement on the joys of crumble cookies. Hitting each other whenever we see an out-of-state license plate, learning to cross-country ski and Telluride. What are you laughing at? Oh, little Natalie. Lots of slumber parties in my room, even one just this morning. A broken wrist as she went scootering down to the park because I forced her and the boys to go have a picnic in the park one day just to get them off of all their games and TVs. And then on the way home, she's on her scooter and fell and broke her wrist. 2 years of braces, which only came off about a month ago, and many, many other adventures that we've shared. But here we are today. Marissa, you did a fantastic job, and even just in the 30 minutes we've been in here, everybody is telling me what a wonderful job you did, but of course we all know that. You were, when we were in the Mitzvah yesterday preparing for this weekend, I was in tears as I realized this really is a transition in your life, and you really have stepped up. Natalie runs, it's okay. when we were in the hospital that day and it was just you and me, I thought, okay, we're going to be doing gymnastics and dance and all those typical girl things. I never imagined that we would be wrestling. Well, I don't know where that came from. I don't know how that happened, but the skills and the dedication and the self-confidence that you have earned and you have gained by doing wrestling with all these boys that are, some of them bigger, but a lot of them are like younger than you, and you still go there every day and you put your all into it. I'm so impressed. I can't wait to see what your future holds for you. Mazel tov, I love you. Love, love.
A lot of the same things. We did not discuss much of what we were going to say. In fact, we didn't discuss any of it. So I think that's great. A lot of things that she touched on were are going to be in the montage. And a lot of times people don't set up the video and tell you what you're going to see because you're just kind of watching it and things are going by. And I'm kind of going a little rogue. I did have a whole speech prepared, and then I kind of went off script and rewrote like a lot of it. So well, just kind of bear with me here. When Justin was in 5th grade, he took up pole vaulting. He left the sport in 6th grade and didn't return until his freshman year of high school. One day in practice, he didn't get enough momentum coming down the runway and essentially stopped at the top of his jump. He knew he should have held the pole, but can't explain why he let go. Because of that, he did not continue onto the mat, instead went straight down into the vault pit, breaking his right arm. Because he fell on the concrete instead of the mat, of course. That night, while he was in the hospital, Benjamin, Marissa, and I were sat around the dinner table discussing what happened to Justin and how painful and unfortunate this incident was. I fully expected Marissa, who has never really shown any affection towards her brother, to revel in his demise, but she was visibly shaken and kind of welling up a little bit. And I asked her, I said, why are you tearing up over Justin? And then it happened. She revealed to Benjamin and me her deep and very dark secret. Papa, she says, looking me sternly in the eye, I only hate him 80% of the time. So this is, Benjamin and I just looked at each other and just started laughing. This is a typical Marissa-ism where she is unfiltered and so serious and comes up with the funniest and most honest things. So here we are, April 22nd, 2023, a date that I thought would never come. Once quoting the, once again, I'm quoting the wedding singer, which of course is now over 25 years old. Marissa, this time it's to you. I have the microphone, and you don't. It's your day, but I have the microphone and you don't. So you will listen to every word that I say. So today our trilogy is complete. Benjamin, Justin, and now Marissa. In Lerman terms, we've completed the hat trick. To expand on Marissa's earlier comments concerning her Grandma Shirley Bird and Grandpa Danny Boy, who are my parents, last month for spring break, Marissa and I set out on a very important cross-country journey. You see, in 2016, after living in Waukegan for 50 years, which is a northern suburb of Chicago, my parents moved to Georgia. Grandma Shirley passed away on October 17th, 2019. Grandpa Danny died just 12 days later. These deaths were not because of COVID, by the way. My parents were buried in our Waukegan Congregational Cemetery. I flew my 3 kids to Chicago on October 29th. Again, this is in 2019. The funeral for my parents was on October 30th, and we flew back to Phoenix on October 31st in time for trick-or-treating. Fast forward to last month. Marissa and I flew to Georgia to pick up their remaining items, which had been in a storage shed for the last 3 years. It took us a couple days to pack up the U-Haul. Our first stop was to Goodwill to donate my parents' clothes. My sister Janet and I agreed there was no reason to bring the clothes to Arizona. So we hugged their clothes and said our final goodbye. Marissa was excited for our trip. I did a similar trip a few years ago by myself when my parents first moved into a retirement home in Georgia and then had to downsize. Marissa remembered when I arrived in Phoenix a few years ago. She remembered this truck was parked in our driveway, and she considered it. She crawled all over it and thought it was this U-Haul was a massive big rig. Now she just kept talking about all the things she wanted to do on our trip. I want to go to Waffle House. I want to go to Buc-ee's. I want Prime. I want Starbucks in every state. What? I said, what's Buc-ee's? So she told me the YouTubers she follows, Kara and Nate, they stop there, and it's the largest gas station truck stop on the planet, and they sell everything. Oh boy. Prime, by the way, is a new hydration drink. So we said goodbye to my sister and set out on our journey. Soon after we started, my right arm became very sore. Marissa thought it was necessary to punch me in the arm every time she saw a license plate from a state that was different from the state that we were currently in. And this happened every few minutes. It got especially bad at state lines when there were a lot of vehicles from the state we were about to enter, and then we crossed the state line and there's still plenty of vehicles there from the state we were just in. It didn't matter if I saw the out-of-state plate and I could actually punch her first, or tap her. I didn't really hit her that hard, did I? Maybe. Anyway. So she would say the name of the state and then hit me anyway, even though I saw the plate first. I told her that wasn't fair and she had to take it back. So she did, but generally you'd think you'd just kind of take it back. But no, her idea of taking it back was just to punch me as hard as she could. I couldn't win. Okay, moving on. I'm forever grateful to all those who have showed up today, that watched it, those that watched it on live stream, those that called, sent well wishes, and of course those that simply couldn't make it for whatever reason. I tried to include everyone. This was to honor my parents, as this will be the last major event in my family for quite some time. People here, and the ones that were invited, included Chicago, Florida, Colorado, Connecticut, Massachusetts, California, Georgia, Texas, New York, Indiana, Pennsylvania, Nevada, Minnesota. I could keep going. But also Israel, England, and the island of St. Kitts. This is truly a life cycle event, and our lives do come full circle. I always like to do something a little different. So, all those who were at my bar mitzvah, please stand up. Yeah, it seems like it was yesterday. Okay, everybody that was at Janet's bat mitzvah, stand up. Everybody, okay, so to Marissa's friends over here who are now being a little bit silly, look around. All these people that are standing were at my bar mitzvah and Marissa's mom's bat mitzvah. And that was like 180 years ago. So it does happen. Sooner or later, one of these days, you're going to be in my spot giving a speech. But don't worry, that's not for another 180 years from now. Now, those of you who were at Benjamin or Justin's bar mitzvahs, please stand up. If you were at Benjamin or Justin's bar mitzvahs, please stand. If you were at Marissa's bat mitzvah, please stand up. Everybody's up. Okay. So Marissa, all these people are here for you. We stand for you. We all love you. Your bat mitzvah is now a part of history. I still have the microphone. She's still not paying attention. It's a part of history. Or perhaps now we call it her story. You now have responsibilities. You're becoming a role model for your younger girls, for the younger girls in wrestling, Sunday school, camp, etc. You put your head down and you push forward. You're now a straight A student, and the future is yours. You are your own little gold mine. Okay, so everybody may sit down, which you already have. Good, thank you. In Judaism, we like to remember and honor those who have come before us, carrying on a name. So to recap briefly, and I did this at the boys' bar mitzvahs, Benjamin Leo is named for his maternal grandfather, Benjamin, and my grandfather, which is Grandpa Danny Boy's on his side, his father, Leo Friedlander. Justin Asher is named after Grandma Shirley Bird's parents, Julius and Augusta. Put them together, and that's Justin. The AS and R in Asher is for Ann, my grandmother, and on my dad's side, and that we're going to talk about Ann again in a second. And S is for Sally, is Janet's step-grandmother on your dad's side. Okay. And the R is for Ray Tishkoff, who is my mom's stepmother on and my step-grandma on my mom's side. With Marissa, we got a little more creative. My mom had two brothers, Marvin and Sandy. So the MAR in Marissa is for Marvin. The SA at the end is for Sandy. The first S was for my mom, Shirley, even though she was still with us for almost 10 of Marissa's years. Her middle name, Erin, is named after her Grandpa Danny's mom, who's Grandma Ann. Janet thought that Ann was too common, so she said, let's do something different. Let's mix it up again a bit. So I said, okay. I suggested Erin, A-R-I-N. So when people write her name, the R and the I looks like an N, and people might mistake her name and actually call her Ann, like I wanted. Well, when the Social Security person came into our hospital room to verify the baby's information, she said, "Congratulations on your new baby, Marissa Ann." Janet looked at me with my big goofy smile, and she smiled back, shaking her head. And so then we corrected the Social Security lady, and our new baby was properly named. All three have passed now, Marvin, Sandy, and Shirley, but they live on in you, Marissa. You carry that torch, you carry them into the future. No pressure now. No pressure. Okay. Marissa almost didn't make it here. Benjamin and Justin, they were very easy pregnancies for me. Especially considering our age, 36 when Benjamin was born. We were both 38 when Justin was born. We discussed having a third child. I pointed out that unfortunately what happens if one of our kids doesn't make it. And the other kid would be an only child. She referred to the potential third child as a spare. And the rabbi actually touched on this today. We did have 2 miscarriages. And Janet still referred to this third child as a spare. Finally, at age 42, we welcomed Marissa. Interesting as it may be, if you're familiar with a recent book by Prince Harry named Spare, there are some similarities to Harry and Marissa being spares. But Marissa, you're in good company. Your mom and I were both the last born children. Grandma Shirley was also the last born child. Is your dad the last born? And your dad was the last born. And also could be considered spares. However, with you having 2 older brothers, I don't think you and Prince Harry are trying to get to the same throne. So, next, we'll be sharing Marissa's video montage. And again, oftentimes, the montage just rolls and you don't quite know what the meaning behind certain pictures are. But first, I would profoundly like to thank Marissa's uncle, David Walker, who produced 2 amazing videos for Benjamin and Justin's bar mitzvahs. He worked tirelessly on this montage for Marissa, but he worked on this as well, but schedules were different, time was short, and he couldn't get it done with all the additions, changes, and edits. So I turned to a good friend of mine who I didn't realize won an Emmy last year for editing. In this montage, you'll see our dog Shekel, multiple vacations. Multiple times you'll see a plump-looking post that has a smiley face on it. This post is on the playground in the park in Telluride, Colorado. And I thought it would be a great idea to take pictures of the kids next to it every year as they grew. We call that post the silly guy. Marissa picked out the montage for this music, except for the last song. She knows I really hate country music. So, you know what she'll be blasting what she did blast the entire time in the truck on our trip across country. And for those of you at my wedding, you know I might have sung this song to her. This was actually inspired by my good friend Clint, who is over there, walking away.
Don't hide, because this is because of you. Well, I included a final song in here. I might have sung this song to her today, but there's no band here, and a cappella is completely out of the question. So just know this song is for you from me. So by the numbers on our trip, two one-way plane tickets to Georgia, $510. One cross-country U-Haul truck, $1,300. Gas for that U-Haul is $504. Hotel rooms, $659. Stopping at 2 different Buc-ee's and buying a whole bunch of useless stuff was about $155. Restaurants, snacks, Starbucks, and of course the Waffle House, $192. Driving your late parents' belongings across the country in a U-Haul truck, listening to god-awful country music, while your 12-year-old daughter relentlessly punches you in the arm. It's priceless.